So you can see here that I already have a footage, and if I were to play this around, what happens is that you can see that the mouse movement is quite shaky. So this might be distracting sometimes, and then you might have to re-record everything, but not if you're recording it with Camtasia. So you can go simply into the cursor effects section, and here's an option called cursor smoothing. So what it does is it takes the mouse movement and makes it smoother. That is the feature only if you record it using the Camtasia recorder itself. So let me just drag the cursor smoothing right here onto the timeline, and let's see what happens now. If I were to play it, you can see that the cursor movement is now smooth, and it just goes around onto the places where the clicks happen, just like that, as you can see. So it is much more smoother. So you can see that as I apply the cursor smoothing option right here, you can see that I have the duration, I have the delay, and ASIN and detect cursor pauses. So if I were to disable asing right here, you can see that the movement is quite robotic. There's no asing or asing out happening out, just like that. You can also detect out the cursor pauses right here. And if you were to disable it, the movement is much more a bit natural. So if there's a bit of pause right here, you can see that there's not much of a difference seen by the naked eye, but there's a bit of a more movement when you have the detect cursor pauses off. You can also work around with the duration just like this. So if I were to go around here onto duration, then you can see that the cursor movement works like that, just like that. So let me just decrease out the duration to 0.1 over here, and let's see what happens. You can see that the cursor movement is much more faster, and it is faster just like this, and just like that the mouse movement is very, very fast. You can also choose the delay. So let's say 1 second delay is there. So there's a delay of like 1 second just like that before the mouse does something just like that. Just goes on to the place, and only after 1 second the action happens. So you can see that even the mouse movement can be controlled just like that in detail on the way of your presentation when you are recording with Camtasia. Once you close this around, close the cursor smoothing, and it is back onto the normal mouse movement just like that, as you can see. So what the recorder is doing while you're capturing screen is that it is capturing the mouse movement separately so that you can control it later on by using the cursor smoothing, just like this. And that is how it works out inside of Camtasia. And so that is how you can use the cursor smoothing feature inside of Camtasia. So hope you guys learned something as always. And as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.